back in this fine church, and I almost didn't recognize it driving up. I went, there's something missing. It looks so naked out front. And it's those big trees that have been taken out. I almost thought I had come to the wrong church.
But you get inside and realize, oh, we are just right exactly where we're supposed to be. So,
our first song for you is a song from the French-Canadian soirée tradition. It's a song that you might hear at your grand-mère's house after a big meal on a Sunday, perhaps. And it's about an unfortunate lass who has the grave misfortune of falling in love with the wrong man. And she offers him all the things he could possibly want. She offers him a monk's robe, and she offers him his rosary and his ceinturon. And of course, the problem is he's a monk, and he can't dance with her. And if only he would dance with her, her life would be just perfect.
And the refrain, if you want to join along at any point in tonight's concert, we love it when people sing along. The refrain keeps coming back. It's like, oh, he just can't even hear my mill going tick-tack. You know, it's like my mill is beating, my heart is beating wildly for this man that
if only he would dance with me. And I could give him so much more if only he would dance with me. Ah, si mon moine voulait danser, ah, si mon moine voulait danser, un capuchon je lui donnerai, un capuchon je lui donnerai. Danse mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher. Ah, si mon moine voulait danser, ah, si mon moine voulait danser, un ceinturon je lui donnerai, un ceinturon je lui donnerai. Danse, mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher. Ah, si mon moine voulait danser, ah, si mon moine voulait danser, un chapelet je lui donnerai, un chapelet je lui donnerai. Danse, mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher. Ah, si mon moine voulait danser, ah, si mon moine voulait danser, un froc de bœuf je lui donnerai, un froc de bœuf je lui donnerai. Danse, mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher. Ah, si mon moine voulait danser, ah, si mon moine voulait danser, un beau sautier je lui donnerai, un beau sautier je lui donnerai. Danse, mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher. S'il n'avait fait que de pauvreté, s'il n'avait fait que de pauvreté, bien d'autres choses je lui donnerai, bien d'autres choses je lui donnerai. Danse, mon moine, danse, tu n'entends pas la danse, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher, tu n'entends pas mon moulin Lola, tu n'entends pas mon moulin marcher.
so we're always curious. How many here have French heritage?
All right.
What? And how many speak French?
La prochaine, c'est une Québécoise aussi. And this next one's from Quebec, and it's about Colin and his chicken goes into Martin's yard, and Martin kills the chicken, makes chicken fricassee. Everybody in town comes and eats it, including the priest. And the priest gets it all over him, and covered in sauce, and then he ends up that he's so busy doing this that he doesn't say Mass that Sunday.
All because of that chicken.
And can you hear in the back? Because we don't use amplification here tonight. We want to make sure you can hear us. All right. Always let us know if you need anything. Sur l'eau, sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau, sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau, sur la la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Colin, as-tu le poule qui pond tous les matins? Colin, as-tu le poule qui pond tous les matins? Et t'as dans sa pompe dans la cour à matin. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Martin, as-tu sa bouche, lui a planté les reins. Martin, as-tu sa bouche, lui a planté les reins. Rempli d'une fricasse pour dimanche en matin, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Tout le monde de la paroisse est du côté de son pain. Tout le monde de la paroisse est venu saucer son pain. Ainsi que le curé qui est venu saucer le sien sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Voilà la sauce humaine qui s'y trempe pas les mains. Les mains jusqu'au bout de l'air pour le l'histoire sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Il manquait la messe à tous ces paroissiens. Assis veiller l'histoire de la colère sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord de la mer, sur l'eau. Sur la rivière, sur le bord du vaisseau. Merci.
I've heard quite a bit about this music series. Apparently, you get people in from all over the place. And Lausanne decided that as we drove up, she didn't want, because I live about 2 hours south. I live down in Leicester. I'm sure you all know where Leicester is. It's south of Midbury. But she wanted to come up the back roads and everything. And we're just rolling through this beautiful, beautiful farm country, and what a sweet place. But then I hear that this series gets performers from all over the place. So, and that's got to be because of you. So, bravo. So this is one Suzanne and I started about 20 years ago, going up to little festivals up in Quebec. And one of them, you know, when you go to these festivals for the first time, you don't realize that you're actually playing with like famous musicians and stuff. But there was a little guitar workshop that I took with this guy Bernard Simbal, a very, very handsome, dashing fellow and everything. It turns out he was one of the first people to be in Le Vent du Nord, and you know, just countless groups that he's been in. But he showed me kind of a more bluesy version of a song that I had known a long time before that from a group in Bretagne, in the northwest corner of France. So this is Par un dimanche au soir.
J'ai entendu la
sur les flacons. Envie d'emmener nous les vertus et les flacons. Je me suis approchée d'elle pour lui parler de l'amour. M'a répondu à peine, retire-toi comme un autre jeune, bien plus joli que toi. Il y en a un autre que j'aime, bien plus joli que toi. S'il faut que je me retire, je me retirerai dans un couvent la nouvelle. J'irai finir mes jours. Vous ne pourrez pas dire que je vous ai pas aimé. Vous ne pourrez pas dire que je vous ai pas aimé. Les filles s'envolent, fréquenter les dombages. Les filles s'envolent, fréquenter les dombages. Un jour elles vous aiment, un jour elles vous aiment pas. Un jour elles vous aiment, un jour elles vous aiment pas. Want to go south? It's not quite hot enough here, so now you have to imagine yourself
it's
in
hot
New
enough.
Orleans. Gonna go Cajun on you.
So young girls, don't get married young because your life is just going to be a mess after that. That is called Jeune fille de la campagne.
That's the general basic message of this song.
La campagne,
soiree tradition. I'll take you way far to the north. It's so cool there, you can feel the cool breezes blowing through the room. Well, maybe, if you've got a really good imagination. It's le Cotillon des Baies de Rocher, and if you look on a map, the Baies de Rocher is so far up there that you don't go to the grocery store to get groceries very often. And in that village, a dance was documented in this melody that we're going to play, which is just a charming, and everyone in the town would dance. They didn't need a caller to tell them what to do because they all knew the dance. And we're going to follow it by a little snip of a song I got from my friend Guy Bouchard's mother, who passed on recently at about 98. And she in her youth had collected songs around the Beauce region of Quebec. And this one in particular, I visualize a young adolescent boy who's interested in a young adolescent girl who's sort of a little more worldly than he is, and she's always flitting about, she's dancing and she's singing, and he's going, "Where are you going, Madeleine? Where are you going, Madeleine? You sing so well, you dance so well, where are you going, Madeleine?" And just, you know, it's
real pretty.
It's just one of those things that happens if you're an adolescent boy, I guess. And she just got new tuners on her very old mandolin, and she's really pleased.
1927 mandolin, and we used to like crank and crank and crank the tuners, and nothing would happen. And then all of a sudden, woo! You know, so very excited. Just
Are you there?
Here we go.
Tu danses bien, Madeleine, tu danses bien, Madeleine, tu danses bien, Madeleine.
laughing and so
How many
southern
people
all of a
grew
sudden.
up speaking French in your family homes? Uh-huh. She did. Suzanne Germain comes from South Burlington, and her parents emigrated down
From Quebec.
from Quebec when?
Oh, 1950.
1950s. And my grandfather, Guillaume Henri Le Bombard, was a farmer and a fiddler and a mandolin and a banjo and a guitar player. And I think he played a few other things too, I'm not too sure, piano a little bit. His family band would play for dances and where they lived. And I never got to meet him, but I think I got a few of his genes. I was studying North Indian classical music in California. And you know, why would somebody like me be doing that? Well, because I love music and I love learning by ear. And I came home one time on vacation and there was nobody to play with. And then someone took me to a dance. And I saw all these musicians up on stage fiddling away and playing music for dancing. And they didn't need any music stands. They knew what they were playing because it was between their ears. And I went, the light bulb went on. And I began asking about my family roots.
So we're going to tell a little story, and this takes place, you know, like hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Well.
And so back then, well, you know, women didn't have much of a say in who they got married to. The father or the parents would say, you're going to get married to this person, and that's the end of it. Well, this woman said, I don't like this guy, I'm leaving. So she ran away, got on a boat.
That's me.
Put on men's clothes, pretend to be a sailor. That's her. And I'm the captain.
Who falls in love with me, thinking I'm...
Young lady, what a young sailor, your beautiful eyes and your wonderful face reminds me of this girl that I was so in love with back in my village. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, not me, not me. It couldn't have been me. I was, I'm an only child, and I've been on sailboats forever. I've been going to Calais and Boulogne, and it couldn't have been me.
Never anywhere near.
But
Well,
7 days after, 7
7
years,
years.
they were on sea, and then they stopped, and then they went, yes, and they got married.
It's really you.
And they had the money from all those 7 years of labor, you know, to be able to set up housekeeping just fine.
So there you know the whole
It's a
story.
happy ending. There's so many songs in the French tradition that are called, there's a whole classification called the mal marié, the badly married, because there were so many things written about, yeah, Daddy, I'm 15 and Daddy married me to a 60-year-old.
And he just wants to tell me family stories all night long.
I'll be your narrator this evening.
Okay.
J'entends passer le temps, les amours joyeux d'une belle fille qui brille, la vie de matelot, et vient s'engager à bord du vaisseau. Aussitôt qu'elle fut promise, aussitôt elle changea de mise et prit la vie de matelot, et vient s'engager à bord du navire et prit la vie de matelot, et vient s'engager à bord du vaisseau. Et vire-donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ta gamelle. Et vire-donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ton bidon.
Et le capitaine enchanté d'avoir à son bord un si beau jeune homme lui dit, mon joli matelot, tu veux t'embarquer à bord mon vaisseau. Tes beaux yeux, ton joli corsage, ta tournure et ton joli visage me font toujours me rappeler à une beauté qui était mon village. Me font toujours me rappeler à une beauté que je tant aimais.
Et vire-donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ta gamelle. Et vire-donc, sans ça
ans, je suis embarqué au port de l'Orient. Je suis né à la Martinique et même je suis enfant unique. C'est un navire hollandais qui m'a débarqué au port de Boulogne. C'est un navire hollandais qui m'a débarqué au port de Calais.
Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ta gamelle. Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ton bidon. Sur le même bateau sans se reconnaître, ils ont ainsi vécu 7 ans, se sont reconnus au débarquement.
Jusqu'enfin, l'amour nous rassemble, il faudra nous marier ensemble. L'argent que nous avons gagné, il nous servira dans notre ménage. L'argent que nous avons gagné, il nous servira pour nous marier.
Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ta gamelle. Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ton bidon. Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ta gamelle. Et vire donc, sans ça tu n'auras rien dans ton bidon. So by the way, this is Suzanne Germain, and this is Lausanne Allen, and I'm Carol Reed. And Suzanne and I have been playing together for almost 20 years, and then always in the same area as us, was always playing Lausanne with other people, and then we got ourselves together a few years ago, and it has been so much fun to be 3 girls, and I can say, okay, you want high harmony, low harmony? She's on it. We're off at the races. So this next one is a song about. I don't think I do want.
Je fais la difficile.
Oh,
Je fais la difficile.
this is a girl who's a little bit persnickety about who she's going to be married off.
Facile.
So she says, I put myself forth as the difficult one. She doesn't want to marry
A farmer,
because
because too much work.
Too much work.
doesn't want to marry.
Hey, now that is people understand that up here.
Doesn't want to marry
A baker,
because.
it's too hot.
Hello.
Yeah,
Doesn't want to marry a vigneron, a wine grower.
because he's fat and he smells bad.
He's as big as one of the tons of wine that you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to marry
An officer,
an officer because he's too rigid.
yes.
And of all things, doesn't want to marry a blacksmith. My husband is a blacksmith because his hands are dirty.
He gets the sheets all black at night.
But what I want to marry is a musician.
Because he's got really nice hands.
He's got good hands and he knows what to do. Je fais la difficile, Mathilde Ronderette. Je fais la difficile, Mathilde Ronderette.
Je ne vais pas de l'habitant quand il faut trop aller au champ.
Je ne veux pas de l'habitant car il faut trop aller au champ.
Et c'est la carrette, Mathilde Ronderette. Je fais la difficile.
Vient d'un musicien, car il est habile de ses mains. Je fais plus la difficile, Mathieu le ronderette. Que soit dans ma charrette, Mathieu le ronderette. Je fais plus la difficile, Mathieu le ronderette. Je fais plus la difficile, Mathieu le ronderette. Je fais plus la difficile, Mathieu le ronderette.
Yeah. Well, I really like it that when you said that she didn't want to marry a farmer because it would involve working, you know, and a lot of people could really get behind that, really understand that. Because we're in Franklin County, we're not in Burlington, you know.
Well, there's another reason why we're in Franklin County, not in Burlington, because more people here sing it. Once we go over the border, every single person there knows like every song we sing practically, and so everybody in the whole audience is like singing with gusto and, you know, just cutting loose and everything. So, and then down here, once we go south of the border, people tend to not know a lot of these songs for some reason. But I was actually, I just retired from teaching. I was a French teacher for the past 27 years. 20 years in the Waldorf School down in Shelburne. And it was awesome because you could always start every single class from first grade on. You always start a class with a song, a poem. And it helps people get right into the language. So I've had adults come up to me and say, well, what about adults? How can adults learn to speak French? So first of all, have a glass of wine. So you stop worrying about making mistakes. And second of all, sing whenever you get the chance. And just give yourself no option, and you'll be speaking perfectly.
Here we're going to go to another village. This one is in France, though, in medieval France, where the girls pine away, wondering if there'll ever be anyone that comes court them way up in this
high up in the mountain peaks that anybody who comes up here is going to fall down and break their nose and their skull. And the mother says, "No, there are plenty of boys that'll come along." So the girls in the end, the girls from this little village, which is called Landry, the girls from Landry go down to the nearest big town and they buy the latest in ribbons and laces and handkerchiefs to go back up on their mountain perch and wait for Mr. Right.
There's one line in this that roughly translates into their good days are passing by. Is that what it is?
My good days are...
Mom, what are we going to do? My good days are passing by.
Yes, I'm going from age 15 to 16.
I'm almost 16. It's going to be over.
Mariée dans la misère, qui voudrait s'y marier, mais comment faire? Oh ma mère, ma bonne mère, mes beaux jours sont bon courant. Oh ma mère, ma bonne mère, mes beaux jours sont bon courant. Mes beaux jours sont bon courant, c'est bien dommage, sans avoir autre amant dans le village. Oh ma fille, sans patience, les amants ne manquent pas. Oh ma fille, sans patience, les amants ne manquent pas. Les amants ne manquent pas dans le village, ils viendront te demander en mariage. Oh ma mère, ma bonne mère, par quel chemin passeront-ils? Oh ma mère, ma bonne mère, par quel chemin passeront-ils? Les chemins sont si étroits et si belles se casseront le nez et la cervelle.
Les filles se sont assemblées à la ville, elles sont allées. Les filles se sont assemblées à la ville, elles sont allées. Elles sont achetées des rubans et des dentelles, aussi des mouchoirs à la mode nouvelle. À Landry, petit village, il y a des filles à marier. À Landry, petit village, il y a des filles à marier. Il y a des filles à marier dans la misère, qui voudraient s'y marier, mais comment faire? Il y a des filles à marier dans la misère, qui voudraient s'y marier, mais comment faire?
Do you know where Trois-Rivières is? So,
Three Rivers. It's
once
between
upon a time there was no
Montreal and
bridge.
Quebec.
There was no bridge, and so they, apparently in the 60s, because that was when the World Fair was, in the 60s, they had to people had to buy a subscription to build a new bridge. That was how they got the money. So somebody wrote a song about this, and it's like, oh, wouldn't it be great not to have to row our little rowboats across the Saint-Laurent, not to have to wait in line, endless long lines of cars to take the ferry across. You know, if it's wintertime and the river is frozen over, the ferries can't get through. It's like, I'll see my girlfriend next week, and you know, how you're gonna get to church on time. And how, you know, so this is all about Le Pont à Trois-Rivières. Two, right?
Just put it in my ears.
Yep, there it is. the set, and we're going to take a little break and come back with a whole nother set. So I hope everybody is able to cool down in the interlude and then come back in. And we're going to have Danielle is going to do a little dancing for us as well in the second half of it. So this one is La Destinée, La Rose au Bois. Raise your hand if you already know the song.
No.
No, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, from Quebec.
You might.
It's about being an only child up in Quebec, and her mother and father sent her to a really good school, all that, but they didn't want her to go get interested in the boys. They wanted her to stay home and sweep the house.
It's not fitting for the girls to go kissing the boys.
That's right.
Stay home and sweep. And once it's clean, the boys will come.
And then
we'll have a dance.
and they pull out the rug, and yeah, they do. They have a good dance.
Wait, I've got the wrong melody in my...
Yeah, I've got the wrong melody in my head too, so I'm going to just wait until it comes. Guess what?
Are you in the wrong key?
Well, I think I'm in the right key, but I'm in the wrong octave. Let's try it again. Oh,
Give
yeah.
this girl 1 week off from the band, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, you put two harmonica songs together, and I'm supposed to keep them straight. Oh.
Mon père aussi, ma mère n'avait que moi d'enfant. let's all take 10 minutes and cool down a little bit and then come on back. And we do have CDs out there and we rely on your generous
deuxième auberge là, nous boirons.
À la deuxième auberge là, nous boirons. À la deuxième auberge là, nous boirons.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
À la troisième auberge là, nous boirons. À la troisième auberge là, nous boirons.
À la troisième auberge là, nous boirons. À la troisième auberge là, nous boirons.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
À la dixième auberge là, nous boirons. À la dixième auberge là, nous boirons.
À la dixième auberge là, nous boirons. À la dixième auberge là, nous boirons.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Là, nous boirons si les filles sont belles. Là, nous boirons si le vin est bon.
Can we just like move up here?
Yeah. Now they didn't understand why I wanted to book some concerts for us in Franklin County because I just knew there'd be people up here if we could only find them.
I did not know, and coming from Leicester, I understand people don't know, where Leicester is. Sheldon is like twice the size probably of Leicester, so Leicester is like, we have a store, we have a gas pump outside the store, we have a town hall, we have a senior center, and we have a school. But the school is now reduced to like, this year they're starting with first grade through fifth grade or something like that. But Sheldon, when I first started hearing Sheldon, I was thinking the Sheldon Museum in Middlebury is the only Sheldon I knew. And I get out the map, it's like,
Where is
where
Sheldon?
is it? Where is it? Wow, this is awesome here. Look.
Our next song comes from the singing tradition of really the first folk singer of Quebec. That's one of the titles that's been given to Madame Bolduc. And it's a debut for us. We've never done this in front of people, except maybe last time we were in Enosburg Falls and 7 people came. And that was the other debut. But this is really the real thing.
So she's sort of was very popular in the 30s, and she was like the Woody Guthrie of Quebec. And her songs were all about the farmers and people, the working people. And this song is about that you should stay on your farm because it was during the Depression. Stay on your farms because you're going to have food to eat. Don't come to Montreal.
If you want to have something to eat in the winter, you better grow it yourself.
Yes.
And that is the bottom line. And these working people, they're not boastful or proud, but you better talk to me about it. watch out. Don't let your children go off and watch the movies and go hang out in the streets. You want them to learn their skills on the farm, and they'll be much better for it, don't you think?
That's what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
So this next one is it's got a little bit of a Moroccan flavor. For me, it's a lovely thing to be a French band from Vermont, because we're free to take from any of the many countries and cultures that are in the monde de francophonie. So if we lived in Quebec, I'm sure we would be expected to only play traditional Quebecois music, or if we were in France, only, from the region that we were in, whatever. But it's kind of fun because we can take things and put different flavors to them. Actually, there's a band, it was called Matapat, and the members of it have all broken off and reformed, and lots of other groups over the time, but they introduced us to this version of Brave Soldat, a brave soldier who's coming home from war with a jaunty rose in his chapeau, and the girl that he's passing by says,
Let me have your rose.
Give me that rose. Well, I'll give you my rose if you will be my girl. Well, you have to ask my father, who is
The king.
the king. Of course, he's the king. Sire, give me your daughter.
No way.
Soldier, you're not even worth her headdress. Well, sire, that's all you know. I happen to have 3 ships out at sea. One is filled with gold, and one is filled with silks, and the third one is just to take my girlfriends for a little harbor cruise. Okay, brave soldier, you may have my daughter. Thank you very much, sire. But where I come from, there are much prettier girls.
Ooh. You don't say that to the king. Are you all detuned?
I'm detuned.
And so I heard a rumor, who's going to Morocco? Are you going to Morocco?
I'm going to Morocco,
Just to
Couple
do a
weeks.
little French reconnaissance.
and I'll go get some songs.
Oh, good.
Waka. Zen.
Sur son chapeau,
anybody that's French-speaking will know this song. And it's about another king and his son is not very nice. He goes hunting and he kills the white bird, and the bird has the white duck, and it has diamonds and jewels that come out of his eyes and his beak. Le bon vin.
So Prince, you're very naughty. You killed my white duck. Oh, let's see. I think I better put this up on a cable or two.
Yeah,
What do you
put
think?
it in the right place, okay?
Maybe. Let's see. Where am I supposed to be?
It's really embarrassing when it doesn't go there. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah,
There we
don't
go.
know
There
too.
we go. There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. It's 3. Okay.
Derrière chez nous, il y a un étang.
Derrière chez nous, il y a un étang. V'là le bon vin, la jolie vin, v'là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. V'là le bon vin, la jolie vin, v'là le bon vin, Marie m'attend.
Le fils du roi s'en va chassant.
Le fils du roi s'en va chassant.
Avec son beau visage.
V'là le bon vin, la jolie vin, v'là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. V'là le bon vin, la jolie vin, v'là le bon vin, Marie m'attend.
Fils le noir, tu as le blanc.
Fils à le roi, tu as le blanc.
Fils du roi, tu es méchant.
Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'attend.
D'avoir tué mon canard blanc.
D'avoir tué mon canard
Par
blanc.
déceler le cœur son sang.
Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'attend.
Par les yeux lui sort des diamants.
Par les yeux lui sortent des diamants.
Et par le bec l'or et l'argent.
Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'attend. Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'appelle. Là le bon vin, la jolie vin, là le bon vin, Marie m'attend.
little bit more of a bow than that.
Yes.
A little more of a bow, please.
When she first started dancing, she was over here, and I was trying to pull her into the middle so you could look down the aisle and see.
So you all know Danielle, right? No. She lives in Sheldon.
Your neighbor.
She's your neighbor.
So we're going to go to France now. We're going to go to Paris, and this is an Edith Piaf song, Sous le ciel de Paris, under Paris skies, and hopefully you will recognize it or remember it. And if you want to sing along, you just do that to your heart's content. Ooh, I think I'll get in better tune.
Get in better
How
tune.
about that? How about just such a crazy.
I once had a music teacher who took forever to tune his instrument in front of the class. And after a while, everyone would get fidgety and restless. And after an even longer while, he'd turn to the class and say, "I'm really tuning all of you, And I'm waiting till you're all in tune." I thought he was a wise man. Wait a second, I've got to find my lip. There it is, okay.
Sous le ciel de Paris s'envole une chanson. Elle est née d'aujourd'hui dans le cœur d'un garçon. Sous le ciel de Paris marchent des amoureux. Leur bonheur se construit sur un fait pour eux.
Sous le pont de Perse, un philosophe assis, deux musiciens, quelques bateaux, puis des gens par milliers. Sous le ciel de Paris, ce soir enchanté, l'hymne d'un peuple est pris de sa vieille cité. Et de Notre-Dame, parfois pour Paname, oui, mais à Paname, tout peut s'arranger. Quelques rayons du ciel d'été, accordéon d'un marinier, l'espoir fleurit au ciel de Paris. Sous le ciel de Paris coule un fleuve joyeux qui endort dans la nuit les clochards et les gueules. Sous le ciel de Paris, les oiseaux du bon Dieu viennent du monde entier pour parler entre eux.
Et le ciel de Paris a son secret pour lui. Depuis le ciel, il était prêt à notre Louis.
Quand elle lui sourit, il est son ami bleu. Quand il pleut sur Paris, c'est qu'il est malheureux. Quand il est trop jaloux, c'est millions d'amants qui fait gronder sur nous son air éclatant.
Mais le ciel de Paris, c'est pas longtemps cruel.
Pour se faire pardonner, il offre un arc-en-ciel. This is a song for a dear friend who died last year. I think he was 87. His name was Thibaut Richet. And
He was this high. I mean, he's little man.
Shorter than you?
He was shorter
Shorter
than
than
me, but
shorter
he
than
knew
you.
thousands of
knew
songs.
every song. So he and Jean-Paul Guimond, like together, they would travel to all the festivals, and all the musicians would like flock to them and like, okay, how about this version of this song? They knew every version of every song that had ever been written, I think. And so
And some
every
that
time I would see him, I was like, okay, T-Bone, what have you got for me? So he taught me this one, and
he
then
was a
we
farmer.
jazzed it up
He
a
was
little bit.
farmer.
He was a farmer, but he was on a pedestal for
He
good
sang
reason.
to his cows.
Yeah, sang to his cows, drank too much, it's all right, doesn't matter, you know. Anybody who can sing like that, do what you want, so. L'autre jour en m'y promenant, tous les landais, tu. L'autre jour en m'y promenant, tous les landais, tu. Tout le landais, long de lurette, tout le landais, long de lurette, tout le long du Verpré. Dans mon chemin, j'ai fait rencontre d'une belle titi. Dans mon chemin, j'ai fait rencontre d'une belle titi. D'une belle longue lurette, d'une belle longue lurette, d'une rare beauté. Et aussitôt, je lui demande si elle voulait me faire tu. Et aussitôt, je lui demande si elle voulait me faire tu. Si elle voulait faire longue lurette, si elle voulait me faire longue lurette, si elle voulait m'embrasser. La belle a pris sa canouillette, a voulu me faire tu. La belle a pris sa canouillette, a voulu me faire tu. A voulu me faire longue lurette, a voulu me faire longue lurette, a voulu me brasser. Ah, ne me frappez pas la belle, je suis votre tu. Ah, ne me frappez pas la belle, je suis votre tu. Je suis votre longue lurette, je suis votre longue lurette, je suis votre berger. Nos canegars sont de village, non pas si grands, tu. Nos canegars sont de village, non pas si grands, tu. Non pas si grand, long de lurette, non pas si grand, long de lurette. Non pas si grand, non pas si grand, non pas si grand chapeau barré.
So we're going to go back to Louisiana, and this is written by Zachary Richard, who's a very famous singer-songwriter from Louisiana. It's called Lac Bijou, and it's a very sad song about the lake, and there's two birds that meet every year, and then one year, one of them doesn't come back.
The guy is standing there. On the side of the river.
It's a waltz, so if you want to dance, the rug has been rolled up.
The rug is rolled. Bellissimo.
We always save this one for late in the program because I always have to tune once I put that old capo on. All right.
Dans le sud, la Louisiane, dans le bois d'Atacama,
C'était l'année de 57. La première fois je les ai vus. Les deux ensemble se bâtirent un nid au bord du lac Bijou. Ils revenaient quand l'hiver était fini. Je les appelais Pierre et Marie. Un grand monsieur, noir comme la nuit, sa demoiselle avec lui. Tourne, tourne dans mes bras, tiens-moi serré encore. Reste avec moi, on va le chandelle au bord du lac Bijou. Pendant le carême, ce dernier mois d'avril, je lui ai vu une dernière fois. Un oiseau seul posé sur sa branche au bord du lac Bijou. Il restait tranquille, son cœur a presque cassé, guettant du matin au soir, jusqu'au dimanche qu'il est parti aussi du bord du lac Bijou. Tourne, tourne dans mes bras, tiens-moi serré encore. Reste avec moi, bas de Chêne-Vert, au bord du lac Bijou. Reste avec moi, bas de Chêne-Vert, au bord du lac Bijou.
We have two more songs for you, and thank you so much for having us. Beth, thanks for inviting us, and it's been a pleasure being here.
Tell them how you found the song.
Oh, yeah, this next song. This song comes from New Orleans. It comes from Louisiana, but it's from the black slaves that came from the Caribbean that came over to Louisiana. So it's in French. It's French and African mix.
So and that makes French plus African languages makes Creole.
In Creole.
So-
And I actually learned this song from musicians from Brittany, France. So it's a big long circle.
Big long circle.
Un voyage.
Un grand voyage. Tu commences? Vas-tu faire le now?
Come la di mon male, oh yeah, mon male.
jumped up from the audience to like whip out the kunga drums that they had.
And try as much as we do to make sense of the lyrics of that song. It's one of those songs that leaves you still wondering what the true meaning is. J'étais monté Saturday morning.
La procession is
The procession, yeah, everyone,
dimanche matin avant l'église.
yeah, in front of the église, and then I climb up.
J'étais monté pour composer.
For composer.
To compose.
I go up there to compose for Napoleon. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's giving a speech about Napoleon on Sunday morning on the steps of the church.
Colinda, hey, let's go dancing, Colinda.
Okay, we're going to go Colinda. Okay, let me just check on that.
Let's go dancing while the old ladies are not watching, and we'll show them how those waltzes are really done.
Yeah, I can live with that. Okay. We're going to get in tune, okay? Now I know where we are. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to get up and dance, you can just listen.
I won't make it work. You just listen. This is La Bastringue, and it's something that for 20 years of teaching at the Waldorf School in Shelburne, I had Mardi Gras going every year. And we'd get the whole school, we'd get the high school to come down once there was a high school established. And everybody would dance La Bastringue and another song, and it's like years would go by, and the kids would graduate, and they'd grow up, and they'd come back during the holiday festival or whatever. They didn't want to sing Christmas carols, they wanted to dance La Bastringue.
Mademoiselle, voulez-vous danser la bastringue, eh bien, allons-y.